What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and guess who is here in the flesh? Beenie Man.
Zaga.
Listen, you've been all up and down, New York now, doing the run. So I'm glad we had a chance to sit down.
Blessings, man. Thank you for having me.
Because I've always had the most respect for you as an artist. I told you I just saw you in St. Thomas.
Blessings.
And I saw that both you and Shabba Ranks were headlining, and you guys had a moment. What was that like?
No, well, it's great to, always friend with your elders anyway, because Shabba was there before me, and there was a little thing going on between me and him, so we just have to quash that because music is love and love is in the music, is it?
Yeah, you done squashed everything.
Yeah.
That's good. It's a good feeling though, right?
Yeah.
To feel like we've all been successful.
Yeah.
We're all still here.
Yeah.
And it's time to let bygones be bygones and even work together.
Yeah, but we are growing people, so you see, it makes sense. God, music is so nice and so much energy, and there's no time for bad energy.
Right.
There's always time for great energy, and there's always time for brotherly love. So, make it happen.
And you have your wife. Here with us today. I saw your fiance, wife. It's already your wife, though. Y'all been together for a minute.
It's already official.
So officially, is there a wedding date set?
Yeah, soon.
That's the date.
Yeah, but right now the work is on and too much business, so we have to take time out and we have time to do that.
How long did you plan your engagement? Because I saw when you slipped the ring on her finger.
Yeah, but it was not planned. No, it was just time.
Okay.
Because you can't make the woman know when the engagement is going to happen. So it's always a surprise. It's up to she to say yes.
Right.
And up to you for wonder if she can say yes. So that is the excitement about it.
Well, congratulations. And, she's here with you today. Hey, Camille. With the ring. I see the ring waving in the air. So you're back here, obviously, in the United States, and it's been 10 years since you've been able to come to the U.S., but nobody even really knows why.
No, well, things and time happen, America, them give you a chance to come to America. So if them decide not to give you a visa, you just have to wait until them decide to give it to you.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how it goes. And we are Jamaicans, so we know how the vibes run. So if them decide for lockdown every artist, I am not the only one that lost my visa.
You're definitely not the only one.
Blessing. So, you just have to wait on your turn. And that's what happened. My turn is here.
It feels like it's been a big time right now, too, for dancehall. It's like, I kind of feel like the greatest time because I think about just back in the 90s, the songs that were so big for us. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Flatbush. So, that was always something that we hear nonstop. But it's not necessarily like that all over the United States.
Well, you see, dancehall is far-reach. Yeah, it's far-reach because we have been someplace in the United States and have sold out shows and people sing every song. So dancehall is far-reach, like far, far, far-reach.
Yeah. I saw Atlanta look lit.
Yeah, man. It's far-reach, man. We travel up to Hawaii, from Miami to Hawaii, the 50 states of America. Not actually everywhere, but in every state, there's a love for the music.
But I feel like now it's even just more energetic because we're excited that so many people are being able to come to the United States. It was crippling, I think, for artists, but also for us to not have the pleasure of being able to see a Beenie Man in concert, a Vibes Cartel, a Bounty Killer in concert.
Yeah, but you see, it's more crippling to the fans because they're holding back what the fans cannot get. Because I've been touring the world. I've been everywhere in the world. So, So the problem is the United States is a place where you can work every month or every week. You can just have a tour and just half of America you can do an East Coast tour, then you go and do a West Coast tour.
Right.
And you understand? So it's a big difference when you have an American visa. You can only go to Toronto but so much. You understand what I'm saying?
In New York alone you could do 3 shows in Queens, 2 shows in Brooklyn, go to Long Island. You are going to be in Long Island at the UBS Arena.
That's how it goes because, all right, in America, especially this show that's coming up next week, Saturday, UBS. It's going to be a great show because I haven't been here for so long. So I'm here for my fans, so I have to start from then till now. So it's going to be an epic performance.
Yeah.
And I look forward to it.
And you got a great lineup there with you, too.
Yeah.
How instrumental, like, are you the one that is putting together the lineup? How does that work? Or is it the promoter that's like, all right, it's you? Because I know there's particular people that you like to work with.
Yeah, well, I put a few artists on the show and the promoter put a few artists on the show. Mm-hmm. So, because at the end of the day, it's my concert, being a man in concert. So, you have to know who you want to work with and who can make the concert comfortable. Like when we choose our low culture now. I know said that is a DJ who come give me a nice, 30 to 20, 25 to 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And, we have Kevin Licker, and, say, him of the song, "Can you hold me, I'm up my body." You understand?
Got me singing too.
Yeah, and then you have Christopher Martin, she's a great singer.
Oh, yes. Cheating on his girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go. Then you have Lyrical, soca.
We just saw Lyrical in St. Thomas also. Yeah. It tore it down.
Yeah, so, the lineup is nice, and the show is going to be epic.
Let me ask you this. So, because this is me, so I got to get into your business. So you and your soon-to-be wife, you guys actually dated back in the day.
No, well, I know her from back in the days.
But you liked her back then.
Long time.
I like a love story like this.
No, a long time. We're about 22 years more.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just decided that our time is it, because everybody been through life, the moon ways. Been there, done that. But when you decide, say, all right, it's time for you to be that man and, be responsible, you choose the right person.
How does being responsible feel? Because I think that when you have the right woman, that can actually help in your career as far as decisions behind the scenes, feeling stable, having somebody instead of, just...
Truthful. That's truthful talk. But I've been responsible a long time because I'm a father, you see. So you don't know. But she changed things, She make things work better. Mm-hmm. So instead of you have to do everything yourself, she just deal with it, Mm-hmm. That's my superwoman, you see.
Yeah, I love that. So, but I gotta know, like, how did the reconnect? So you didn't date back then; y'all just knew each other from childhood.
Long time, yeah.
Okay, so then how did you approach her in this? A few years ago when you guys did finally link up.
It's not the way you're approaching her. It's just you see her and she see you. She free, you free. It's our time.
Timing lined up.
Yeah, it's our time. That's it. But it's not a big approach. We just talk to her, she talk to me, and we end up together.
And as far as your children, I've seen you say that if you had to do a biopic, you would want one of your sons to play you.
Yeah.
In that movie. Is this something that is really in the works?
Yeah, well, we're working on it. She working on it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So now it's serious business.
Yeah, well, she working on it.
What does a Beenie Man biopic look like? Because I've read so much about you, like from your childhood, and you really started doing music at a young age.
Yeah.
And I've seen you talk about how you had a stutter when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And
I was born stammer, really. And couldn't talk. Because it take too long to even make a sentence thing. But through music and the exercise, the voice and everything, I don't know what happened. It just ta-da. All of a sudden, speech problem gone. Because you have one time you used to sing everything. We used to sing the reading book in a school. When you go to school and teacher call you up for read, you just start go so. Every man knows so me now go read out, me go sing the book. So you start get the mix from the desk like this, so you sing the book. Because the problem was serious problem, man. Me used to read the shop list. When my mother send me go to shop, me used to sing the shop list.
So you just singing is really what helped you so much.
Yeah, man. Sometimes when me start talk now and I feel me start talk fluently, me I say, what? The music, So I really... That is really why me and you can have an interview here.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was so then you started doing music at a super young age. Did you think that
age 5?
Age 5.
Yeah.
So it feels like, because sometimes people want to know, are you born with because it's a real thing, right? Well, some people are born musically with a gift.
Nah, it's like Dr. always say, I'll sing I started out crying from the day you were born.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cried a lot, but I definitely can't sing to this day.
You see, if you'd have the perfect pitch from the first cry, then you would have been a singer. You see.
And you haven't cried since.
Well, we started age 5, do the first single at age 7, first album at age 10, and
See, that's why I'm saying that's amazing for a movie, because no matter what genre of anything, that is fascinating, because a lot of people don't discover that gift until later on in life.
Truthful. But you have a lot of people have the gift, but them don't accept it.
And family sometimes doesn't help you also. They may not be supportive of that, because it's a tough business to be in.
No, well, a serious thing, because, all right, my mother was a righteous Christian, and I couldn't make sure say me had to dance our music, so you have to hide and be. and then we have family next door, and them have a sound system over there, because I make them build a sound system, because I used to go in the bar and punch the jukebox. So put in the money in the jukebox and punch the version and DJ upon the version. But true, that was a bar that sell alcohol and thing. I was a kid, so I couldn't be in the bar. So them build a sound system inside of my yard. And that's when I grabbed the mic every day and learned to DJ. But my mother gone to church, so she not hear me. So I did my first concert at age 8 was Tasty's talent show. And that concert televised after the concert. Like the concert keep on a Thursday, it televised on a Saturday. And that's when my mother was at home, and that's when she found out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's crazy. She's found out because she saw you on TV.
Yeah.
But you sang in church.
Yeah, we go to church on Wednesdays, because you have to do that for your mother, you see.
When did she realize, okay, he's really doing this and I'm okay with it? Because that's also a hard thing for parents if she's going to church.
Well, that time I live next door now, because I'm afraid for going out of the house now, because I don't know what my mother going to say now. But one night, I don't want to dance again, and she come in there for me, and the people them tell her, I said, give the youth a chance. And from this, she accept it. I know so I'm not going to stop, so it don't make sense.
Who were you listening to back then?
I listen to enough people, but I mostly listen to dancehall artists, because that's where my thing was, So you have artists like General Trees, you have artists like Brigadier Jerry, you have artists like Chose the Wheels, you have, and as a youth now, me used to DJ with most of the great. Me used to DJ with Chaba Rankin, me used to DJ with Ninja Man, that's where I came up in life. You see it. Me used to DJ upon John Jala's sound, what we call it Volcano. Me used to DJ upon Lee's Unlimited. Me used to DJ upon Harrows. So there's a lot of artists like Cutty Rankin and Daddy Hans and Papa Sana and all of these artists that I grew up with. So, as a youth, I used to listen to some of the greatest DJ them in life right now.
Who is the first person to take you under their wing and be like, this little guy has something?
No, well, all right. I was really a lone star, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I believe in spreading my wings. See, because if you stay one place and nothing happen there, so you have to go somewhere else. But really and truly is the sound system that I'm used to DJ upon, like Arrows, Bilbo, the owner for the sound, is a man him come like a father to me, So he's a man that get me my passport, my first passport, and start teaching about banking because I'm getting paid. Understand? So he must say you have to save your money and all of them things there. Influence me for keeping school, and all of them things there. Yeah, so when we say people take it under our wings, there are people who respond for we, because them time I'm a 10-year-old. As a little kid, the first time I go to Canada to perform as an artist, I was 10 years of age.
That's crazy. And then you had to come back and go to school?
Yeah, well,
Were you a celebrity at school?
Well, always. always.
This is me thinking about your biopic and the things that are going to be in there, because this is, as a little, I think also people have to show the respect because you have so many hits. Yeah. Like I was telling my producer, Dan, I was like, what are Beenie Man's biggest songs? And even the list of the 10 biggest songs he gave me, I'm like, but what about this? But what about this? Because there's so many, I don't even know how you can figure out but I also feel like people don't give the respect that they should for somebody that's been around for so as long as you have. Like even this King of the Dancehall tour that you're on, and you had the song King of the Dancehall that's a huge song as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this even a question right now? Because anybody should think that about themselves, but this is also something you've been...
Yeah. Well, that's life, you see, because music is politics, and it's for you to fight the right way, you know? Because, you see, after all the work that I've done and still doing, and I have no intention to stop, you know? It don't make no sense to be a negative mind. You turn negative into positive by doing what you do, you know? Because who respect you, respect you. Who's supposed to show you the love, show you the love. Who's supposed to give you flowers, give you flowers, you know? But you see, a hater's job is to eat. So it's not for you to fight him, make him do his job. You see it? So
haters will click on that link too, you know, just to hate. So we'll take it. And I saw you recently had your daughter Ashley singing on stage with you. And so, how many of your kids do music?
Right now, 2. Yeah, my son Moses Jr. and Ashley.
Okay. Sometimes it's hard having a parent who's famous. Because people act like, well, you're getting this because...
Yeah. But
what do you teach your kids about the business?
No, well, you see, giving talent is giving talent. You know, you can't wire them if you can't sing. You can't wire Moses if you can't DJ. You cannot do that. But there's 2 lessons in music. Is when you go in the studio, you work hard. But when you go on stage, you work harder. Because that way people can love your song and remember you. Because if you're not a good entertainer, that's all you're going to hear. You cannot perform, but them song them good. So you have to be that person that join the 2 of them together and make the 2 of them be one.
Right.
Yeah.
That was nice to see, though.
It
is. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. Actually, she can't sing from she lick a bit.
So she was like you?
Yeah, she can't sing from she lick a bit, man. She sing right through.
Now, I saw you had posted on your page just kind of like there were these rumors going around where people were saying you were sick, X, Y, and Z. How did those rumors even start?
People start rumors.
Like, do you know where it came from?
No, they never knew where rumors came from. You just hear people with it. Somebody said to somebody and somebody say it and take it to tell it to somebody else. And a man said, oh, you know that to say a cousin of my cousin friend tell me that. Same that tell you who tell it. But the rumor just start, and that's how rumor is.
It was that bad that you had to address it?
Well, it was getting very bad because people say I get robbed and get shot and all of this thing. And, you know, and I got shows.
Right.
So if the people here say me get shot, how am I going to come to perform? So it don't make no sense if you just nip it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you did, like she said, we putting out this statement. And you did get into an accident, right? A car hit you or something, and right? Didn't you get hit like your ankle broke or something like that?
No, I was in an accident on my bike. A car hit me on my bike.
Okay.
Yeah, and my uncle was...
That was years ago.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, my uncle was out for a bit, but yeah.
You done been through a lot, I'm going to say, because you done had the Zika virus. I remember that. That was wild.
Yeah.
Because you were like one of the biggest celebrities I saw that had that. And that looked like it was...
No, well, and that was just a flu. Somebody just spread a next rumor.
Oh, so it wasn't Zika?
No, I didn't get that.
Because that was at like mosquitoes?
Mosquito bite, no.
So that wasn't even true? I thought you said you...
That is Zika. What is that? The dengue fever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the dengue fever. That was wicked. That don't feel like it's a nice thing. Dengue fever was wicked. You got pain everywhere.
Wow.
You got to lie down for weeks, man. That's wicked, man.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You done had a lot of things happen. Now, you were also at one of my spots in Brooklyn, Footprints, the other day promoting. What are some places that I've been watching you go on tour? I've been watching your page. You were in St. Lucia. That looked like you had a time there, Barbados. If you had to tell people your favorite place, say people are like, okay, Beenie Man, we about to go on a girls' trip. Where would you tell people is the best place to go?
Well, my best place in the world, is Jamaica. I can tell you to go to Montego Bay and do the beach. I can tell you to go to Negril and walk 7 miles of white sand in the water. I can tell you to go to Blue Mountain if you want natural life. I can, So you got a lot of rivers in Portland, and you got a lot of Hideaway in Port Antonio, and So there's a lot of place to go in Jamaica to enjoy yourself.
Is that where you record most of the time?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to come to the studio in New York or...
No, I will. I go to any studio anywhere in the world. Mm-hmm. You know, but I went to Norway. Recording in Norway.
You went where?
Norway.
Norway? Oh, dang.
Yeah. At the time, at the part of the year when it was night. Because now we have half and half. This couple months is night, this couple months is day. Yeah, so, yeah, man, I go everywhere. But Jamaica now, you have a different vibes. You know, when they get a vibe in Jamaica, they just go in the studio and eat it off right away. You know, in America now, it's a different thing because you will try to record a song out of your head and the engineer now, him can't get what you're saying, him rub off what you record before.
Okay.
And then why you record it back again and you're writing it from your head. So something dangerous sometimes. So sometimes it's better you work with your own engineer sometimes. So yeah, so you can work better.
You know, I want to ask you, because you have so many huge songs that you have to perform all the time, it's a blessing.
Yes.
But at the same time, are you like, Who Am I, Girls Them Sugar, like all these songs that people love so much? Do you ever get sick of your own songs?
No, you can't get sick of your own song. That means you get sick of yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember there was an artist, I'm not going to say who it was, but he had a song that was huge, and he told people he wasn't performing it anymore. And fans were so disappointed. Because some people come out just to hear, like, certain things.
Yeah, but you see, the problem is, if you do that to yourself, what would you do to me? Because this is your music. And if people request your music and you say you're tired of your own music, that means people are supposed to be tired of you. Don't it?
Yeah, you're like, this is how I'm making, you know.
Yeah, don't do that. This is the reason why I come to see you. And you're going to tell me, say, nah, sing my favorite song. That don't make no sense.
Now, I got to ask for some stories behind some of these songs.
Okay.
Or even just for you to like give me some insight. When you think about a song like Memories, are you thinking about how you want to, if you had to say how you want to be remembered?
No, but
I want to ask you that though, like right now. How would you say you want people to?
No, all right, Memories is not one of them songs. Memories was a war song. At the time we was in
always remember you, where the things.
Yeah, where the things that are the fun thing. Memories, because we're gonna kill somebody.
Yep. See, I interpreted it wrong. They remember you whether things are good or bad.
Yeah.
I figured that was more
boy,
like...
stop living from the past. Stop remember when, brother. You see it. Now you did that mean you're so lost.
It sounds so like pretty.
It's melody. But the words are not pretty. Just the melody is pretty. Because it's nice when people singing. So when you go up on stage and say, Memories, the whole audience sing. You know, so yeah, it's a nice melody. But it's not a nice song.
It's not a nice song. Now, this Batman story, who is that? What was that about?
Batman story. Me nah go separate my bullets and my guns down. Yeah, all right. That is just something where them watch on TV and we come to America, them say, if you have a license gun, you cannot drive with it loaded.
Okay, that's true. Definitely not here.
You cannot drive with it loaded. You have to take out your magazine and put it somewhere else and put the gun somewhere else. But me I say, then suppose somebody rush out randomly. You
don't have time.
I gotta separate my bullets and my guns down there. Yeah, it's simple. It's just simple maths, you know.
You think people interpret too much into your lyrics sometimes because they'll be like, you know, he's talking about this person when he does it.
Well, people will know, but you know, if I'm gonna bash it, I'm gonna bash it. So people gonna know really who I'm talking. So yeah, people's gonna pinpoint and say, yeah, man, another man them attack. But sometimes they make mistake because if you decide to do a bad man tune, them are always point to that man that said that man they attacked. It don't make no sense.
Right.
You understand? Yeah.
Good times. And now you also recently did this touchdown song too. So do you listen to reggaeton?
Yeah, sometimes. The one of them I can't understand. Some of them are full Spanish.
Listen, which by the way, that's fine. But I still like it.
Yeah.
And I think
I like the beat.
when you go places and travel and perform, I'm sure you go places where people don't speak English.
Yeah, true. And they sing everything.
They don't know what they're singing, but they're singing everything.
I'm singing. All right, me go to all France and see DJs, selectors. I play dancehall music and I talk Jamaican and thing. And when him come off of the stage and me say thanks, him don't understand what me say.
They don't know what you said.
Him have an interpreter. I interpret everything I say to him, and him just step on the stage and say, all of the girl them broke out, wind up on nobody. Let me say, man, wave on one leg. He must say all of that. But you don't understand when you talk to him. I don't get it.
It's amazing how music is a universal language. That's what they always say. So what other types of genres of music would you say?
No, I'm into reggaeton too. I did reggaeton song. I did song with Dana Mar. I did song with Tita El Bambino.
J Balvin.
Yeah, I did a whole heap of reggaeton. So, you know, I'm into all genre of music, as not only music that have reggae music influence, but I'm into hip hop, I'm into R&B, I'm into old school country and western.
Country and western?
What? I love some Kenny Rogers, man, and some Dolly Parton. I tell you, to be honest.
Kenny Rogers, okay.
Yeah, old school country and western, that's what I said.
I feel like you could get a little collab going with some. I can see that happening. What has been the most exciting thing that's happened to you, would you say, in your career, as far as like a collaboration or a milestone for Beenie Man? Because sometimes it's hard to celebrate or get excited about things because you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, man, the most exciting thing that happened to me as a youth is when I know that I'm going to be somebody in the music. And when it just start, and I get my first number one, me tea and a good sitting, when me at the pass all your my man missing, I get my first number one song. I have my visa and my books. Everyone I say, yes, I can fly go fine. I lift up my mattress and put my passport there in the mattress. Because I have to make more music. You know, I have to get bigger and bigger, because one song do not make the artist.
Not at all.
One song just make the song, but it don't make the artist. You know, so I start to work on it. Then I get my second number one, then I get my third number one, then make the first artist of the year. Then them time we decide, say, all right, we have a small catalog when we can go to America, Canada, England, anywhere. And that's when I start to the tour. So those are my most excited time.
Right.
And then when I come back to Jamaica now, Bounty Killer now, start the Clash thing, and it was exciting because, you know, I am what do you call it now? I'm a very competitive artist. Right. You know, person to say, because when competition is there, there's more vibes. You know, so the energy get bigger. Right. So it's not like your energy no big by yourself. But when our vibes is there, the energy get bigger. So you have two sides of people. So you have his fans and you have my fans. So when that energy there is, you have Seale theme fans too, you know.
Yeah. No, that's true. It makes you really step out and do your best.
Yeah, Seale theme fans too, because once you can get his fans to go, boop, 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 you capture the crowd.
That's right. You got it. That's honestly, like with the clashes, I said that when Versus was happening. I said, as soon as they do one of these with Jamaican artists, because that's really, Versus is kind of stemming from a clash.
The clash,
Yeah. And so once that happened, it honestly, and I've said this like a million times, that was my favorite Versus to be able to watch. It was the first one that the two people were in person. Yeah. And it was just going. And all the hit songs. We were at the house with the Ray and Nephew. And I streamed it to my television. I mirrored it to the TV. Okay. And we honestly sat there and watched it. It was great to watch. You saw your belly in that.
Yeah.
Said, I gotta... Which I thought was hilarious. Because you were like, look, it's COVID. A lot of us got a belly during that time.
That's right. I have to show up a belly. Give them some bubble, you know. Guys, you see, when it comes to vibes like that, you know, Versus Beenie Man, Bounty Killer, one of the biggest rivalry in Jamaica. Yeah, and it don't make no sense. You there east and me there west. You there on no, it makes sense to be in the same place together. Yeah, that's how the vibes is. That's how we know clash. So when we used to watch the Versus, one man up and one man down, Next morning I'm house and sit down, so I say, I like the songs, but I like the vibes, the energy. Me is a man where it's an energy person, you know? So when them call me now and say, if me da do verses with Buntikiller, I say, of course. But why should I not want to do a verses with Buntikiller? So them call me now and man don't know who verses is. I say, I want dub plate. Me I say, which dub plate? Just play hit songs.
Right. The hits, that's what verses is about.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You know? We song you sing were bigger than my songs. You know, that's what it is. We song where you sing were better than my song. We song you sing will go further than my song. So this is what versus is. So me I say, all right, we can do this. So I want to get this DJ, me get my DJ, and 2 different DJs. So one man I play this and one man I play that.
Because that's not fair.
You see, we have one DJ. So you see, when the verses get started now and the vibe start pick up, the vibe start build up, we just decide not to stop. And then some police come ask me what happened, you know?
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy, but
yeah, do not.
It never makes sense because all you find out say something is happening because we're inside of a studio.
Well, it was also like 500,000 people.
Yeah,
they was going to find out.
Inside of a studio. So they come like, them be that driver.
They probably was streaming it too.
Yeah, they driver look for smart to keep. So, them see the cars, them in a park up, so them just drive in and make themselves presentable.
Man, I was in Jamaica during the pandemic. Actually, we were there together with Anne-Marie for a FUI. We went out there, so I stayed in Kingston, and it was strict. Like, you could not be outside after 8 p.m. I think it was after 8 p.m.
Not even at a gate, you can't stop.
Yeah, you couldn't even step out onto the street.
Yeah, man. They're inside, but we broke out.
So come on, you know you can. I mean, listen, y'all got away with it. What was the conversations even like leading up to that? Like you said, because it was a big competition, and even following that, you know, is that something that it was like? Because it was big.
It was huge, man. Because all right, the Prime Minister was on it. Even the Defense Minister was on it while the police were walking. So it's like it was a wicked thing, man. And after that, the vibes just get sweeter. And
yeah,
man.
It felt like right now at this point in time, because I do feel like sometimes people try to rile up beef between people where there is none. But sometimes people feed into that too. As an artist, you know, you hear something and then it's like, I gotta respond to this, or somebody on social media says someone was taking shots at you, or you know, things like that.
All right, you see, artists take shots at you when you're very important.
Okay, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, because if nobody I gonna say Ray for it, him not gonna do it because you're not important. You see it? So, yeah.
You like keep taking the shots because that means when you're up here, if you don't matter, then nobody's gonna care.
People talking about me, but wait till me see you. Me not take shots behind your back. Me I take shots when you are there.
How do you decide what songs to even perform now if you have a set, right? Because you do have a ton of hits.
Yeah.
And so how do you put it together? Is it like regionally based on where you're going to be? No. Because sometimes you also want to put do you sometimes want to put like newer songs and not just the hits? Because you do want to promote what you have coming up.
Yeah. But sometimes you do that, but sometimes you just
get it going.
Go all out, you know? Because you have hit songs and you have number one songs. So if me gonna build a catalog, I'm gonna put most of the number one songs. Because I'm gonna sing songs where the people them love for all the years coming up. So, you know, that's how it goes. Sometimes you fit into hit song there, because a hit song is a very popular song too. It don't have to go number one to be popular.
Right.
Yes, you understand? So, yeah, that's how you build a catalog. You build a catalog with a great beginning, a nice belly, and a proper ending.
Okay.
You don't start high and then you go vroom, and then start to go. Once you go down,
you lose it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to just keep it up there. Once you go like this, you go like this, and you just dive off a stage. That's it.
So let me ask you this: have you decided where you're going to go on your honeymoon?
God.
Well, I got to get back to this. We started there, we did this, and now we're back here.
Yeah, you see it? I see what you did there. But the honeymoon we plan after the wedding,
You're not going to plan it until after the wedding?
No, we can't plan
What
it.
type of wedding are you going to have? Is it going to be, because we know...
Da-da-dee. Da-da-da.
You want to have a huge one? You want something small and intimate?
Well, we don't know yet. We can elope or we can...
She said small? Okay.
Okay.
See, that's a keeper. She's like, oh, you don't need all the extra... He's like, look, we're going to get this done. It's going to be soon.
Yeah, he's got to be.
So UBS Arena, that's exciting to, you have the show that's happening there, Memorial Weekend, which is a huge weekend for that to be going down. So talk to me about what we can expect at UBS Arena from Beenie Man.
Well, on Saturday the 24th, just come out for an epic performance.
You have no idea what's going to, right?
Yeah.
You have no idea. It could be anything.
Trust me. Mm-hmm. Because it depends on the audience, and the energy of the audience. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I always have a beautiful show, so I know they're going to enjoy.
Oh, trust me. I done seen you. I told you I seen you perform in St. Thomas.
Bless you.
I seen you perform in Turks and Caicos, which was a surprise to me when we were out there. And that is probably one of the funniest nights of my life because I was with some drunk people.
Yeah, wow.
One of my friends before you got there went on stage and they were having like a, they were going to have like a twerk contest.
Yeah.
And he paid the girls not to twerk.
He paid the girl not to twerk.
He was like, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to pay these girls. He got on the stage and they were like, what? And they were like, this gentleman is going to pay these ladies to not twerk. And there was people that wasn't even in the competition that was trying to get paid to not twerk. But he really gave all of them money. I think he gave them $1,000 each to not twerk on the stage. I don't even know why, but it was an interesting night, and you were cool. Yeah. That was another time that someone grabbed the mic, you know?
Yeah, oh.
We don't encourage that.
No, we don't encourage those things. But, that's how it is sometimes. For sure, I might just feel nice and just run out. And there's nothing you can do about it because I'm already there, But yeah, we just let them know, said, we don't work, so, this is not how it goes.
You were very cool about that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions about you that people get wrong about Beenie Man? Like,
them always say me hype and show off. And
so that's a misconception?
And them say I'm a bad man.
Oh.
Misconception. Because I don't hate nobody. And I don't grudge nobody for nothing. I rather help you more than try to bring you down.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you didn't get a lot of help coming up? Because like you said, you didn't really necessarily have somebody take you.
Not really. I take it like a big man because you see sometimes me have a producer friend and when I born strikingly, him was the next one that guide me to reach where I am today because he's the one that produced my album. Yeah, so yeah. But otherwise from that it's just me. Yeah, man, just me. I leave me out and go a country go live. Just me. And people just love me everywhere and respect me everywhere and just, no disrespect there. And we live in a people's house, live in a people's yard, all of them things there. And, and just move on because any music that me go in, if music now work for me at town, I go in a country. If music now work for me down at St. Catherine, I go in a Montego Bay. Music now work for me at Montego Bay, I go in a Lucy. You see it? I just... Music, I travel with music and follow music and, I get to travel the whole of Jamaica as a kid. Trust me, because I end up all at Augustown with Silver, with Steele them. I end up down a next part of our puppy that's with Travelers them. And, I end up at Gantown Road with King Solomon Sound. So it's just anywhere music them travel. And then anywhere I go, nobody know want me leave.
Right.
They have a space to give me, they have a room to give me, they have a bed to give me. And and we just work. We got sent out of St. Thomas, Leeds Unlimited, same thing. We live at St. Thomas, but we have to know so you have to go to school. So anywhere I go to school. So people feel I come from all about Jamaica. I go to school at UATAN, I go to school at Montego Bay, I go to school at, you understand? I go to school.
And I think the foundation of it all is that you love what you do.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. You're not doing, it's great to make money.
Yes, of course.
But that's not.
No, but sometimes it's nice.
Sometimes
you have to have money away at that, but you have money. But I love the music for what the music is. Because, all right, sometimes me go and dance and the promoter, the dance no work out. The amount of people in there can't even pay the sound system. So you just nice it up for him and nice up the people them. You know, so next time I keep back a dance, we're going to big, guess who I'm going to think about?
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so, you know, sometimes I have to just be nice, work me out, you know, let it go. Because me I fly from Nigeria, for come to a show at Jamaica. And when we reached, it was a show that Buju Banton, Sizzla, some other people was on the show. And then, see every man across backstage, and the show and promoter and the promoter and the promoter, and someone leave. But the show was Spectrum, and it was in the University of the West Indies.
Okay.
Now, when we got leave the picnic them now, where the future, I go come up and say, Beenie man them show up, and them only work for money. So when I start with the show, all the artists them say them now work. By the time it looks up, the stage full of artists, because you have to just know, say, this is where the music is. These are the kids that, you know, support your music, and when them graduate, them still gonna support you.
Right.
You understand what I say? So, yeah, you know, just give them peace and love because them come there to see the show. It's just, them not have the money to spend, them can't buy at the bar, them can't, you know, can promote and make money from everything. You understand? But them have a money for coming in. So them pay them money and come in, and because the promoter can't pay the rest of your money, you're not going to give the pitting them some. No, and that's how me work.
But we still want him to get all his money. You know, no matter.
Them can't do that now.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
These things and time change. But as I say, certain place like Jamaica, you know, because where you go to? You can't kill a promoter in a Jamaica.
No.
Jamaica, you there. Because I am a Jamaican that live in Jamaica. I go to Uptown Mondays, I go to Weddy. If I feel like to sing a song, I sing a song. If I don't feel like to sing a song, I don't sing a song. You know, when you get a show, you get booked for the show, you collect your money, you perform for the people them. But you love the money.
Yeah.
But if you perform for the money, you do the time where the money costs.
I'm going to tell you that is showing, because when I saw you in Turks, I didn't know you was going to be there.
Yeah.
But you even got on the stage and said something about
Yeah, I'm promoting I like peer people, man.
Yeah.
So,
well, let it be known, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
So we still grateful for that.
Yeah, I'm promoting I like him pay me door.
Yeah.
Because him now on that panel rep. I can't call me back again. But him pay me door. But him I like pay people. Him just talk, and then when him pay him gone. And then by the time he come back, a year short time. Band up on stage, just string up and all of this. And you see it.
Listen, I cannot wait to see this movie. You got to get it done.
This is how I call him out, Jen.
Because this is, how long have you been doing music now? Like 35 years?
No, for long enough. I start at age 5, so do the maths.
Oh, like 45. Sheesh. My math was so off. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you for coming through UBS Arena on May 24th.
Yeah.
That's going to be a time.
Blessings.
Yeah, we cannot, for Memorial Day weekend, y'all know, like, let's be out there. I love UBS Arena, too.
Yes, man. Nice place.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, Beenie Man.
Thank you for having me.
And when I did my virtual Angela Yee Day, you actually did something for that. And I really was so excited when they said, we can get Beenie. I said, what? Let's go. So I have that forever that lives. I was like, this is perfect. So I appreciate you so much. And I thank you.
Blessings, man. Thank you for
having me.
Thank you.